we live?
Hello, everybody. Yes, we are. Welcome to Jem's show, and today I have another interesting personality with you. She is from Saudi Arabia, a Saudi girl, yes, and she's a geologist, and she's into the organizing events. So we're going to talk to her. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm also very good. So Abrar, I wanted to ask you, have a couple of questions for you. And the first question is, being a Saudi girl in Saudi Arabia, we've had so many changes over the years. And how do you feel about all the changes? Do you like it being from Saudi Arabia, or you don't like it? How do you feel about it?
Well, since I'm considered from the younger generation, still young.
Yeah, definitely.
So I definitely like it because we're more globalized. We've been traveling. I studied in the States, and we've been having better opportunities since they changed some of the rules here. So I'm loving it. With the change, I like how Saudi Arabia is opening up to so many markets, like tourism, education, so many even investors are coming to Saudi Arabia to invest more. Mm-hmm. We're opening up to the rest of the world, basically, and that's what I like.
Wonderful. And I'm going to ask you something which is very normal in other countries, but have you started driving here?
Well, yeah, I started driving here the moment, actually, maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah, the moment they said we can drive. And I learned in the States, so I had my first car back in 2009, and I had my license and everything, but then since then, I couldn't really drive. I had to hire a driver, but the moment they said we can drive, I just sent back my driver, and now I'm driving myself everywhere.
Okay, yeah. Because usually people think that in most countries they want you to be chauffeured around, but over being here, I'm not Saudi, but I grew up here. Because we had to depend on drivers so much all our life. It's like a blessing to be able to drive for us.
I mean,
to have the choice.
It's great to have the option, yeah.
Exactly.
For me, if I want to spoil myself and have a driver or drive myself. Right. Sometimes even if you have a driver, you might have a hectic schedule, and the driver needs to sleep and rest and eat, and you really have to schedule your day around the driver's day.
Yes.
So that's really not driving is more flexibility to me, to my schedule.
And freedom, right?
Yeah, and freedom, of course, yes.
Yeah. And tell us about your, you said you were in the States as well?
Yes.
So which city were you in?
So I studied my bachelor at Penn State, so I was at their main campus, State College. It's a small town. Actually, I didn't research my school before I went there. I researched the geology program, but not the town.
Okay.
So I expected something like New York, or maybe LA.
Okay.
But then when I arrived to a very small airport at State College, I was really disappointed. And then just the ride from the airport to my apartment, I was expecting some, nice buildings, and all what I saw was farms and cows, and it was this is where I'm gonna study for 4 years. But then I went to the university, and I met a lot of great people, and it's a great experience.
Okay,
yeah.
So you were able to stay for that long?
Yes.
But I understand what you're saying, because I studied in the States too, in Chicago, but I was towards the suburbs myself.
Oh, yeah.
So I was also a little bit, why am I, because, main Chicago is beautiful.
Yeah,
but,
I've been there. Yeah, it's really
and it's freezing, so that was not also a good thing.
And it's also dangerous, I heard. But I'm sure you felt safe where you are.
It's dangerous more, I would say, in New Jersey.
Than Chicago?
Chicago was fine. I didn't have it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I suppose there was a time before us when it used to be dangerous. I remember.
Okay.
And plus, you shouldn't go to Detroit. Detroit is still like that, but Chicago
sketchy place.
Yes, exactly. Chicago is absolutely fine. All right. So now I wanted to ask you. You're a geologist.
Yes.
So how did you become interested in this field? and she's working, mashallah, in a very big oil company. So tell us about how you were interested in geology. And
it's a funny story because as a female, I'm not sure about schools now, but back then I finished high school in 2006, and we didn't study geology. So I didn't know anything about geology except for that it was like earth sciences, and it's like the science of rocks. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
But my mom wanted me to become a doctor, so I got accepted into medicine school. Although I hated it, I didn't want to be a doctor, obviously.
Really? Okay.
And I didn't know what to be. Like, we were very limited in terms of majors for females, offered for females. Like, we didn't have any engineering, like we're very limited in the science. We didn't have geology taught in school or in the university, so really there was nothing interesting. I just wanted to study abroad. So that's why I applied for this program, and I got accepted into actually a business program, supply chain. And I didn't know what supply chain was back then, but I didn't find it cool enough. So I saw someone who was like trying to convince like a group of girls to stay in geology. They got accepted in geology. And I was like, what's wrong with these girls? Geology sounds cooler than supply chain. And I went to this guy and I was like, I can be a geologist. He was like, okay. And that was it. So
Wow.
I learned geology after I applied for geology. And I loved it. I loved all the hiking, all the camping, all going to field trips and touching the rocks. It's very special and close to my heart.
Okay, that's
So
great.
I don't regret, the
That's
choice.
the main thing. Definitely, that's the main thing, that you do something that makes you happy and you're satisfied.
Yes.
So that's great. Okay, and now we're going to ask you about something which is quite different from geology. It's event management and the other things that interest you.
Yes.
So you are basically co-founder of Desert Tunes Entertainment Company. And tell us about that. You do more for organizing events, but tell us about this Desert Tunes Entertainment Company.
So in 2018, I was so much involved in like the music scene in Europe, and
Okay.
I couldn't find some underground music here in Saudi Arabia. I mean, especially in Khobar.
Right.
So one day I was in Amsterdam with some friends, and we really liked one of the DJs there, and we were like, how can we bring this DJ? And we thought maybe we should bring them to Bahrain, but then we were like, why? No, we're gonna bring them to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And that was a dream, like it was a vision that I want to just bring good artists from Europe to Saudi Arabia. And then after I came back from Amsterdam, I was like, I need to make this happen as soon as possible because I cannot stop listening to this music.
Okay, that's cool.
And I cannot spend all my money just traveling to Europe.
Right.
So I started looking for some good event organizers in Bahrain because they have more experience than Saudi Arabia. And I needed that push. So I went to Bahrain and I was just looking for someone, and I found someone, and I was like, okay, let's do events. And we did few events, and then I realized that the entertainment market here is lacking a lot of services because it is new. So I decided to make a business to offer these services that the market lacks, especially like organizing events and promotion for events, and also I'm a booking agent, so I connect artists to businesses.
Okay.
And equipment rentals. So we are lacking a lot of equipment here, and we don't know how to find them.
Right.
So slowly emerging into entertainment business, and we've been successfully having several events here in Khobar. And
fabulous.
hopefully we're gonna expand more.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Why not? And if for those of you who don't know, Saudi Arabia just opened up a lot in the past year or two, and we didn't have events here exactly per se, and now we do. We had so many concerts here. A lot of famous artists came from around the globe, from the US, from Europe, from even India, and a lot of countries came to Saudi Arabia. And it's just the Corona time that things stopped happening. But I think it'll pick up as soon as I think things start to get better.
Yes, it's opening up slowly.
It's opening up slowly.
Yeah.
All right. And also, you are a founder of Causewave DJ Community. Now that's something very interesting because, like we all know, in Saudi Arabia, events and DJing wasn't that much promoted. Until very recently, it has just started to open up. I wouldn't even say that it's too much, but it's opening up.
Yes.
So tell us about this community you made, and what do you do in it, and how many DJs are here?
Yeah. So also because of a need, I needed to find more DJs to play in my events. So I didn't know anyone except for like very few of them. So I decided to make like a platform, a group in one of the social media platforms to connect all the DJs together in Sharqiya area, in Khobar. That's fine. So I started adding my DJ friends, and then they started adding other DJs, and we got bigger and bigger. And we decided like to do a few things, but then since the Corona, we couldn't. But we're helping each other with equipment and with bookings and easy stuff. But for the community to get bigger, I think we need a real kickoff. And maybe this year we need to do like more regular meetings, and we need to have a clear vision for this community and Khobar, and things with Corona, it's a bit slowly.
That you're definitely right. Corona has affected so many businesses and so many. How would you say, if we go to a slightly serious topic, what do you think? How has it affected Saudi Arabia, the business society or community, the business community, or the companies in general? Do you feel it's still affecting
the Corona? Oh yeah.
Everything's been affected.
Yeah, I mean, as a geologist, a lot of the projects got delayed, deferred or cancelled because of budget. I couldn't work for a few months, and we had like shortages and a lot of things, computers, other equipment that we had to import from outside. Everything got delayed. So in the entertainment business, which is like maybe the worst business to do in Corona, because nobody is allowed to have any gatherings, and it's really not that essential. So it completely stopped.
Yeah. Right.
But it's okay. We go by the say that we should try harder, and we should be resilient to any changes and work over them. So
definitely,
it's okay.
And that's the only way to go forward, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now I want to ask you about something else related to your geology direction, the Stimania Friend. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What is that about?
So globally, they have this program called Stimania. It stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math community.
Okay.
So we are hosting one here in Sharqiya, actually in all Saudi Arabia, but I joined the program in Khobar. And as a STEM friend, I go to the girls' schools, like very young kids ranging from 6 to 12 years old, and I talk to them about geology and about science and about working as a scientist in Saudi Arabia, and as a female. So I just go and share my experience, and hopefully I get one or more of them excited and interested in science and geology.
Well, that's very interesting for you to do that in a country.
I love it.
Yeah, because when you started, there wasn't anything that told you what to do about it.
Yes.
But you took that step, and you're doing that.
Yes.
All
I
right.
joined the team.
Wonderful. All right, and how do you feel about women empowerment in Saudi Arabia? Do you feel things have really changed? Do you think it's for the better, or did you like the old ways? I'm sure you did it.
No, I did not. But things have changed. Actually, I was part of the change because I got sponsored by the company I work for now, and my year was the first year they sponsor females into these programs. So when I graduated, that was like 4 or 5 years moving forward. And I went to work for the company. They thought like we were like just a bunch of new secretaries working in the company. We were like, no, we're geologists, we're engineers, we're whatever.
Yeah.
And they really couldn't comprehend it. But and it was harder to gain maybe respect in the beginning, because they really didn't know what to expect from us, especially with them like the barriers, the traditions, and the culture, and
Right.
not a lot of female geologists like can go and camp and work in remote areas. So
it's a little bit difficult.
It's very difficult. But now, I think we gain a lot of respect. We are way more empowered, and we have a lot of opportunities. And just being a female doesn't mean that you should just look into the bad side of it, because you also have a lot of advantages, like we're smarter and we can multitask, and we have few things
we have something working for us. We definitely do. Yeah, so she's absolutely right that we should consider our qualities, and we should use to better them, and to work with them, instead of thinking that we can't do this and we can't do that.
Basically we're not in a competition with men, or like with nobody.
There's no competition.
So
but we should do our best.
We should just use whatever God gave us to towards our success.
Definitely. All right, and before leaving, I'd like to just ask you to mention your DJ community, or if anybody wants to get in touch with you for an event, where can they contact you? I'll put it in the link, your Instagram and pages, but if you want to give any message to the viewers, you can feel free.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone wants to be part of this DJ community, you can just send me a message on my Instagram. It's going to be posted. And if you want, if you are interested in doing business with me, then you can Google Desert Tunes in Saudi Arabia. I think it's deserttunes.com. And hopefully we're going to be in touch.
All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for joining us, Abrar, on Gems.
Thank you so much for your time and for the great interview.
Welcome. And it's always good to promote the youth and Saudi women who have come a long way and are as talented as you are, because you have like a nice professional line, and then you have a hobby which is also very interesting. So it was a great interviewing you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.